are discussing about only of the magnitude. So we don't care about what? We don't care about the direction. But in case of vector quantity, if you see the vector quantity which have both, which have both, which have both magnitude
as well as direction.
as well as direction. Yes, as well as direction. I'm just giving the basic thing. Okay, so our topic is today to understand the vector quantity. Okay, so a quantity which have both magnitude as well as direction, like force. If you take the example, force. Force is a vector quantity. Why it's a vector quantity? Because when I say that you apply some amount of force over the block, suppose you have this a block of mass 1 kg. Suppose you have a block of mass 1 kg and you applying some force over this block. Okay, so what you need to say? You have to tell about what amount of force you have applied. Suppose I say that I applied 10 Newton of force. Okay, so this is the amount of force, means this is the magnitude. But you have to tell that whether you push this block or pull that block. When you say I am pushing this block by a 10 Newton force, means I giving the direction as well as. So to understand the force, we required two things. One is magnitude as well as direction. Magnitude as well as direction. Like force, there is a other quantity, velocity. We will discuss all those quantity: velocity, acceleration, displacement, torque, momentum, electric field, etc, etc. So that are this quantity required both. One is magnitude as well as direction. But scalar quantity required only magnitude. It does not require any direction. Okay, there is a one more quantity, there is a one more type, one more name. There is a one more type of quantity, that is called tensor quantity. Tensor quantity, which required three things. Okay, to understand the tensor, suppose I am saying that stress is a quantity, and it is what it is it is a tensor quantity, because it requires, yes, there's a lot of disturbance, yeah, because it required three things. One is direction, magnitude,
Plus,
yes, magnitude, and one more thing is required, that is plane. Plane on which this quantity have to be defined. When we discuss the stress, then you are able to understand this type of quantity, what is the tensor quantity. So we will discuss this thing, but right now it is not so much important. Only we have to understand vector quantity. Okay, so there is a one more quantity which name is tensor quantity, which required three things: direction, magnitude, as well as one plane. Okay, so as I discuss, vector have both magnitude as well as direction. So we represent any vector by this arrow. This arrow. This arrow represents the vector. Let's suppose I say that F, force is a vector. Force is a vector. So I represent the force by a vector, by the arrow. By the arrow. Okay. So the length of this arrow, length of this arrow, length of this arrow, length of this arrow, length of this arrow is called magnitude. Is called magnitude. Magnitude of this vector. This is called magnitude. Magnitude. Any vector represented by a arrow, and the length of this arrow is known as magnitude. Length of arrow. Okay, so that is what magnitude of this force. And this head, this is called head, and this is called tail. Okay, so this arrow represent this arrow, this head represent the direction of force. Okay, so any quantity like force is a vector quantity, so it have both magnitude, this represent the magnitude, this represent the magnitude. Okay, and this represent the direction, this represent the direction. Any vector have both magnitude as well as direction, as well as direction. This f cap, this f cap is called unit vector, it's called unit vector, it's called unit vector, which is used to, which is used to represent the direction, represent the direction, represent the direction of vector. Okay, is there any doubt, anyone?
No, sir.
Yes. So I'm just discussing very simple thing. Vector have both magnitude as well as direction. So this represent the magnitude, this represent the direction. So direction is represented by unit vector. Direction is represented by unit vector. Why it's called unit vector? Because if you want to find the length, means the magnitude of this vector, magnitude of this vector is 1, is 1. Okay, so the length, magnitude of the unit vector, magnitude of unit vector, unit vector is 1. That's why it's called unit vector. It is only used to represent the direction of vector. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, my job, suppose I say that you have you have a block, you have a block, you apply some force in this direction, that is equal to 10 Newton. This is the magnitude of this force. And there is another force in this direction, which is F2, which is equal to 20 Newton. And the angle between these two forces is 60 degree. If anyone want to find the net force acting on the block, on the block, on the block. So basically what we want to do, basically we want to add these two force. Okay, we want to add these two force, means we want to add f1 vector plus f2 vector. If we add these two, we get a vector. This is called resultant, this is called resultant or net of net force, or you say that resultant of force, or you say resultant of force. Means when we add two force, we get a vector, which is also, which have also magnitude as well as direction. Now question come into the mind, we can add, suppose we have a 1 kg rice, okay, and 2 kg sugar. So you can easily add these two quantity,
Yes,
and
sir.
you get 3 kg. But when you add these two force is a vector quantity, so you cannot add like this. Okay, you cannot add this force like a scalar quantity.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So how we can add? How we can add? Yeah. Thermi Selvan. Yeah. How can add these two force? Yeah. So we can add these two force, okay, but by using some rule which is called triangle law of vector addition. I'm not going to prove that, okay, I'm just explaining how to you can add two forces, okay. After that we will discuss how to add more than two forces, okay. So suppose you have a two force and you want to add that, okay. So let us try to understand. Suppose you have a vector, this is a vector A, and there is another vector B. Okay, so this is the vector A, this is the vector B. We want to add these two vectors. Means this is a F1 vector, this is a F2 vector. Means we add these two vector, we get a vector which is called resultant vector. Now question come into mind, how do we add? So we cannot add right now. Why? Because the tail of two vector are meet here. This is a tail. So tail of both vector, A vector and B vector meet here. So we cannot add. We have to shift one vector in such a manner that one head of one vector meet with the tail of another vector. What I'm telling to say you like this. Suppose I shift the vector B. Okay, I'm shifting the vector B. Okay, this is the vector B. I'm shifting this vector B parallelly such that head of A vector meet with the tail of B vector. If it is happen, then net of these two vectors means this R vector is from the tail of A vector to head of B vector. Okay, so this is your R vector, which is equal to A vector plus B vector. How we add that? We shift this vector B parallelly such that head of A vector meet with the tail of B vector. So it is happen, then we can say that resultant from R vector, which is from the tail of A vector to head of B vector. Remember one thing, very important. If we shift any vector parallelly, then magnitude as well as direction will not change. Means if I shift the vector B, that does not change because I'm shifting parallelly. Okay, so if I say the angle between these two vectors is theta, so there is also the angle is theta. Okay, yeah. So what is the resultant? What is the magnitude of this resultant force? If I want to find the length of this vector, that is equal to. I'm just writing. Directly I'm writing here because that does not require any derivation. So that is equal to A vector ka square plus B vector ka square plus 2AB cos theta. If I say that A vector, this is the magnitude of A vector, I represent this by this. In the same manner, this by this. Okay, so resultant of these two vectors means if we adding these two vectors, we get this vector. So length of this vector is equal to root over A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta, where theta is the angle between A vector and B vector. Okay, so theta is the angle between A vector and B vector. I discussed all those things in last class, so that's why I'm just going very fast. Okay, I'm not asking anything from you because I'm repeating these things. Okay, so if I want to calculate this angle phi is what? Phi is the phi. So what? It show the direction. of r vector, because this vector make an angle with this vector. Okay, so the r vector is the direction of r vector is represented by this phi. So phi is the direction of r vector with respect to a vector, with respect to a vector. So what is the tan phi? If I want to say that tan phi, I'm writing direct this result because it does not require any derivation. If you are interested, I will send you the derivation, but it does not require anything. So tan phi, that is equal to b mod sin theta upon a mod plus b mod cos theta. Okay, means phi is equal to, you can say, tan inverse b sin theta upon a plus b cos theta. So that is the thing that you have to be remember. Okay, so when we, how we add these two vectors, very very important. We can add these two vectors how if the head of b vector meet with the tail of, sorry, head of a vector meet with the tail of b vector, then resultant from tail to head, that you have to remember. Okay, that is the thing. So if you apply this concept, you can solve this question. I tell you one thing, we applying a force F1 which is equal to 10 Newton in this direction, and there is another force F2 which is equal to 20 Newton in this direction. It make an angle 60 degree between these two forces. So what is the net force? So you can just apply directly formula. Fr is equal to root over F1 square plus F2 square, because in place of A there is a F1, in place of B there is a F2. So we can say F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 into cos theta, which is 60 degree.
60 degree.
You put all values, you get the answer. Put F1 equal to 10 Newton, F2 equal to 20 Newton, you get this. Okay. And also you can find the direction. You can find the direction of net force. How? You have to shift this vector F2 parallelly. If you shift this force F2 parallelly, then is resultant from tail of this vector to head of this vector.
Yes, sir.
And that is what? That is your F net. And it make an angle phi. So what is the tan phi? You can calculate. Tan phi is equal to F2 sine 60 degree upon F1 plus F2 cos 60 degree.
60 degree.
So you put the values, you get the answer. Is there any doubt, anyone? How you can add the force or you can add the vectors?
सर पहले हमें रिजल्टेंट फोर्स जो मोड में है उसकी वैल्यू निकालनी है, उसके बाद tan phi की निकलेगी ना?
हाँ, पहले आपको सबसे पहले काम यही करना है कि रिजल्टेंट निकालना है. ठीक है, मींस आपको यहाँ पर जो भी फोर्स दे रखा है, F1 की वैल्यू दे रखी है 10 न्यूटन, F2 की वैल्यू दे रखी है 20 न्यूटन, इसकी वैल्यू पुट कर दो तो तुम्हारा नेट फोर्स निकल के आ जाएगा. एंड देन यू फाइंड दिस आल्सो, जस्ट पुटिंग फॉर्मूला पुटिंग है ना, फॉर्मूला पुटिंग. ओके, सो अब मैं आपसे कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ. ठीक है, नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट समथिंग. ओके, सो माय जॉब, हियर वी ऐड टू फोर्सेस ना, here we add only two forces, but suppose you have more than two forces, how you can add? So that is the topic today. Okay, that I am.
Sir, 1 minute.
Hello, yes,
Sir, 1 minute.
yeah.
Sir, 1 minute.
Yeah,
They question in result we have to do both magnitude and direction.
yeah. Suppose you have a given question, according to that you have to calculate. Suppose in a question you are just asking that what is the net force acting on the system, so you give the just the value. But suppose in question mentioning that what is the direction of the force with respect to F1 or with respect to F2. Suppose if the question is asking find the net force acting on the block in which direction, then you can calculate the 10 phi. You find the phi. If in a question say that what is the direction of this net force, then you find the phi. If asking the only what is the net force, then you find this only. But if in a question asking both things, so they have to calculate both. Is it fine?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Now my job is to find more. Let's suppose I'm just taking some cases. Okay, let us suppose you have a block, you apply a force in this direction, which is F1 equal to 10 Newton. There is another force F2 which is acting in the same direction, F2, that is equal to 20 Newton. So what is the net force acting over the block? Here theta is become what? 0 degree. The case 1. So suppose you have a block and you apply two forces, and the two forces acting in the same direction. Means there is a 10 Newton force, there is another 20 Newton force. So what is the net force acting on the block? Yeah? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So what is the net force acting on the block? Simply you can see there's a both force have same direction, F1 and F2 have same direction. So the angle between the force becomes 0 degree. So if you want to calculate the net force, that is equal to what? F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 into F2 cos 0 degree. Now what is the cos 0? Cos 0 equal to 1. So this is equal to F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 into F2, because cos 0 is 1. If you solve this, you get this thing, F1 plus F2 whole square. Okay, because this is the F1 plus F2. If you expand this, you get this thing, F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 into F2. If you take the root, you get F net. F net is equal to F1 plus F2. Means if two forces or two vectors are in the same direction, if two forces or two vectors are in same direction, then you can add easily. You can add directly. So you can say the net force is 10 plus 20, which is equal to 30 Newton. Is it fine?
Yes.
Hello? It is fine now? Very simple thing.
Yes.
So if two forces acting in same direction, if I say that there is a two forces or two vectors are in the same direction, so what is the net? You can directly add that. But suppose there's another case, case 2. Suppose I say that there is a block. Okay, there is a block and there is a one force acting in this direction, which is F1, and that equal to suppose 20 Newton. And there is another force acting in this direction, which is equal to F2, and that equal to 10 Newton. So if I say that find out, means theta become here 180 degree. Theta is become 180 degree because the angle between these two forces become 180 degree, because one force is acting in this direction and another force acting in this direction. Both are opposite in direction. So the angle between these two is 180 degree. So in that case, what is the net force acting on this? If I ask, what is the net force acting on this block?
So same formula.
No. Actually, if I say that the both forces are acting in same direction, then you add. But suppose if two forces acting in opposite direction, then what you have to do? You apply this formula. Okay, just I'm writing again. F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1
2F1
F2
cos 180 degree.
180 degree. So what is the cos 180 degree?
Sir, maybe infinite.
No. That is equal to -1. I will teach you now. I think, yeah, that is equal to -1. Yeah. So what is the F net right now? That is equal to root over F1 square plus F2
Plus
square
F2 square
plus 2F1 into
F1
F2
F2
minus
-1.
me. So this become minus. This become
Yes.
minus. So you can write this like this: F1 minus F2 whole square.
F2 का whole square.
So F net become F1 minus F2, or you can say F2 minus F1.
10 Newton.
Yeah. F2 minus F1 or F1 minus F2. It depend upon whether if F1 is more than F2, then you can say that F net equal to F1 minus F2. If F2,
10 Newton.
yes, if F2 is greater than F1, then you say that F2 minus F1. So in this case, you can say F1 is 20 Newton, which is
Yes,
more
sir.
than this F2, which is 10 Newton. So what is the net force in this case? You can say
10
net,
Newton.
that is 10 Newton. So what is the direction of this net force? Can you tell me what is the direction of this 10 Newton force? Right or left?
Right.
Right, exactly. So net force acting in right direction. Yeah. So this is the net force, which is equal to, please. Oh. Yeah. So this is a 10 Newton force acting in this direction, because this is large as compared to this. So if two forces are in same direction, then you can add. If two forces are in opposite direction, you subtract. And if two forces or two vectors at a certain angle, then you have to apply this formula. Okay, F net equal to root over F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 into cos 60 theta. Correct? Is there any doubt, anyone?
No, sir.
Yeah. Let us take another case. Case 3. I am going to right now I am discussing right now. Right now I am discussing how to add two forces, but I am going to discuss after that case how to add more than two forces. Means if you want to add more than two vectors, so how you can add that. So before that, there is a one more case, case 3. Case 3. Suppose you have a block and you apply a force in this direction, which is F1. There is another force, F2. So you can see the angle between these two forces is 90 degree. Means theta become 90 degree. So if I say the F1 equal to 10 Newton and F2 equal to 20 Newton, so what is the net force? What is the net force? You can say that, very simple. F net is equal to root over, please respond, है ना? F1 square plus F2 square plus.
So first वाला case apply होगा.
Yeah, no. Actually, there is a case 3. You cannot apply first case, because case first say that what? Both forces acting in same direction. Okay. But here you can say one force acting in this direction, one force is acting in this direction. Both make an angle 90 degree. Okay. So you cannot add like this. Okay. Before that. So you just apply this formula, F net equal to F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 into F2 cos 90 degree. So what is the value of cos 90 degree? Cos 90 degree is 0. So this term becomes 0. Yes.
So sir, F1 plus F2.
Yeah, F net become root over F1 square plus F2 square. Very important. Okay. So if two forces or two vectors make an angle 90 degree, if the angle between two vectors are 90 degree, so the net become root over F1 square plus F2 square. What is the direction of this force? What is the direction of this net force? You can calculate. Right now you can see you cannot add these two forces because the tail of these two vectors are meet. So what do? You shift parallelly. F2 shift, you shift parallelly F2. Okay. If you shift parallelly F2, then what happened? Head of F1 is meet with the tail of who is that? If you shift this force parallelly, then what happens? Head of F1 meet with the tail of F1. Then resultant of these two forces, which is equal to F net. You can also find the direction, this angle phi. What is the tan phi? You can see this is the right hand triangle. So tan phi equal to what? Tan theta equal to what? That is perpendicular divided by base. So what is the perpendicular here? That is F2. What is the divided by base? That is base F1. So you can say phi is equal to tan inverse F2 by F1. Correct? Is there any problem? So if I say that there are two forces that acting at an angle 90 degree, then the net is root over F1 square plus F2 square. And the direction of this net force, direction of this force is calculated by this phi, that is equal to tan inverse F2 by F1. Correct?
Yes,
so I am discussing right now how to add two forces. But suppose that
yes, sir.
yes, but suppose that suppose that you have a block. You have block, and there is a more than two forces. Suppose one force is acting in this direction, one force is acting in this direction, one force is acting in this direction, and there is a one more force which is acting in this direction. Okay, so there is a four forces: F1, F2, F3, and F4. Let's suppose this is equal to 20 Newton, this is equal to 10 Newton, that is equal to 5 Newton, this is equal to 15 Newton. Okay, and this angle is also given to you. Okay, so what is this angle? That is 37 degree, that is 53 degree, this is 60 degree, 30 degree. And you have to calculate the net force acting over this block. You have to calculate net force acting over the block. Okay, what is the net force acting over the block? So there, remember, if there is a two force, you can add by a simple formula.
Yes, sir.
Suppose that if you have more than two forces, then you cannot add by simple formula. You have to be apply this case. What I did teach here, I discussed three cases. Means when forces are in same direction, then you can directly add. If forces are in opposite direction, yes. If forces are in opposite direction, subtract. If force make an angle 90 degree, then you do this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And there is a one more concept is required. To add more than two forces. Okay. Because if you add two force first, then after add again to the another force, then add another force, that becomes so much lengthy. So what we do, we approach another method, and that is called component resolution. Okay, so I am going to teach you how to resolve the component of forces. And what does it mean of the component resolution? What does it mean of the component resolution? Okay, so how to resolve the component and what does it mean by the component resolution? Before going to, I am going to add this all forces, I am going to teach you one concept that is called component resolution. I will come that at that particular point. Okay, I will just come. But before going that, I am just discussing one thing. Component resolution. Component resolution. So what is this? Let us try to understand. What is this? Suppose let us suppose there is a two direction. You can choose any two directions. Suppose I am giving this is the x direction, x axis, this is a y axis. Suppose you have a two direction. Okay, and there's a one body here. Okay, and you apply a force, means you have a vector. You have vector F, which make an angle theta with this line. Okay. Who's that? Okay. So there is a force, and we are going to what, resolve these two forces. Okay, means this force make an angle theta with this line, and I want to break this force into two parts. What does it mean, the component? Component means the part. We are going to break this force into two parts. Okay, I am going to
Yes.
okay, so yes, so how to divide this force or this vector into two parts? I'm just going to see this. Suppose this is the O, this is the A, this is the B. Okay, and as I tell you, the length of this vector is called magnitude of the vector. Means if I say, I can say OB, the length of this vector, which is OB, which is equal to F mode. Okay, and this vector make an angle theta. Because this angle is 90 degree, so you can say this OAB is a right hand triangle. So what is the
Yes, sir.
yes, what is the cos theta? What is the cos theta? That is basically base divided by hypotenuse. Base
Yes,
is
sir.
OA divided by hypotenuse, which is OB. So what is the OA? You can say OB into cos theta. So what is the OA? That become OB is equal to F mode cos theta. So I resolve one component. Means I say that the component of this force along this axis, along this line,
Yes, sir.
which is equal to F cos theta. F cos theta.
Yes.
Suppose you have a vector and this vector make an angle theta with this line. So you can say
कोरोना है इसने किया तो काशी
the component of this force along this axis is F cos theta. F cos theta. In the same manner, you can say one thing more. What is the sine theta? Sine theta is what? Perpendicular, which is AB
Perpendicular upon base.
by base, which is OB. Yes. So what is the AB? You can say OB into sine theta. So what is the OB? OB is equal to F mode sine theta. So you can say AB is equal to F mode sine theta. F mode sine theta. So the length of these two, so you can say this is equal to F sine theta. So this is also F sine theta, you can say, because both are parallel and same length. So this is F sine theta. So what I do here? I break this force F. I resolve this force F into two parts. One part is along the x-axis, which is F cos theta. One part is along the y-axis, which is F sine theta.
F sine theta.
Yes. One is along the F cos theta, another is the F sine theta. Okay.
Sine theta.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So any vector which make an angle theta with any line. So along the line, that vector have come cos theta, and perpendicular to this line, there is a F sine theta. Okay. So this is called component resolution. That is called component resolution. I break this vector into two parts. One is along this line, another is along this line. This is F cos theta, this is the F sine theta. This is called component resolution.
F sine theta.
Yes. I'm just giving one more example. Okay. Let us try to understand. Suppose this is the incline. This is the incline. Incline, you know that? Like
Slope.
yeah, lift. You can just to reach from first floor to
Slope.
second floor. Yeah, slope. Yes, slope. So this is the slope. Yeah. So, and let us say this make an angle theta with the horizontal. Theta is the angle made by this slope with the horizontal. On this there is a block.
Yes, sir.
There is a block. Okay, there is a block. There is a block of mass, let's suppose 10 kg. Okay. So tell me, if you if you have anything have some mass. So Earth applies some force over that particular mass. Earth apply a
Yes,
force
sir.
over the mass. What is the name of that force?
Vertical.
What is the name of
Gravitational force.
that? Is a gravitational force. Exactly. That is a gravitational force. So Earth apply a force over this block, which is vertically downward. Means this force is called mg, which is gravitational force. I want to break this force into two
सर आपकी
components.
वॉइस कट होके आ रही है.
Sorry. I want to अभी आ रही है. Okay, fine. Hello. I'm audible. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I want to break this force into along two lines. Okay. I want to break this force along the two lines.
Yes, sir.
I'm just. Yes. So I want to break this force into along two direction. One is along this line, another is along this line. I want to break it.
Yes.
Okay, I want to find the component of this force along these two lines. Okay. So tell me, if this angle is theta, so you can see this angle is 90 degree. So what is this angle?
Yes.
This is 90 minus theta. This is 90
Yes,
minus
sir.
theta. So this become
Yes, sir.
theta. Yeah. This is become this angle theta, then this angle is also theta. Why? Because this is theta, this is 90. So this angle is 90 minus theta. So this angle become theta. So what is the component of this force along this direction? See, this line make an angle theta with this force. So the component of this mg along this line is mg cos theta. Mg cos theta. And perpendicular to this is mg sin theta. Perpendicular to this is mg sin theta. Okay. Same to same. What I tell here. Suppose you have a force, and this force make an angle theta with this line. So you resolve this force into two component. One is along this axis, and one is perpendicular to that.
Yes.
Yes. So because this line make an angle theta with this force, so along this f cos theta, and perpendicular to this is f sin theta.
F sin theta.
Yes. In the same manner, this mg make an angle theta with this line. So the component of mg along this direction is mg cos theta, and
Cos
perpendicular
theta.
to this mg sin theta.
Mg sin theta.
So this is the component resolution. This is the component resolution.
Yes, sir.
So now I am going to apply this thing to find the net force acting over this block. Okay? Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Yes. So what we do? What we do? We just resolve. 1 minute. We take two directions. One is y-axis, and this is the x-axis.
X-axis.
Yes. So we will resolve these forces. We will resolve these forces into two directions. One is along x-axis, another is along y-axis. I'm making
Sir,
two
speak
directions.
loudly. I couldn't hear you.
Okay. I'm saying that I resolve the forces into two directions. One is along the y-axis, another along x-axis. Okay. Because F1 is already along the x-axis, so we don't break into two component. But F2 is not along the
Yes.
x direction, not along y-axis. So what we do, we break this F2 along x-axis as well as along y-axis. So if I try to break, yes, if I am going to break. So what is the component of this force along the direction? Just
F cos theta.
yes, f cos theta. Very good. So along this direction, you can say you have f2 cos theta. F2 cos theta. There the theta is what? 37 degree. And there is a one more component which is perpendicular to this.
F sin theta.
F2 sine 37 degree.
F sin.
Yes. In the same manner, you can see F3 is not along y-axis, not along x-axis. So you have to resolve this force also. So
Yes, sir.
along this direction, what is the component? That is F3 cos 53 degree.
Theta.
Yes. And perpendicular to this, F3 sine 53 degree. In the same manner,
Yes.
F4, if you say for F4, so it is not along x-axis, not along y-axis. So what do you do? you have to resolve this two component. One become along this direction. What is this component right now? F4. What amount of angle that made?
F4 cos 30 degree.
Yes, cos 30 degree. And in this direction?
F4 sin 30 degree.
Sin 30 degree, correct. Okay. So I resolve the forces into two directions. One is along this direction, one is along this direction, one along this direction. So if I resolve that, then there is no need of these forces. I can remove these forces. Okay. I'm removing. Because there's no need, because I break the all forces into two component. Okay, I'm giving the value to you. Okay, I'm giving value. Remember this is sin 37 degree is equal to 3 by 5. That is equal to cos 53 degree. In the same manner, sin 53 degree is equal to 4 by 5. And that is equal to cos 37 degree. Okay, so remember this thing. So what is the F2? F2 is equal to 5. What is the cos 37 degree? That is 4 by 5.
4 by 5.
So this become what? 4 Newton. In the same manner, F2 is equal to what? 5 sin 37 degree. Sin 37 degree, 3 by 5. So this become 3 Newton.
Sir, why have we written it 5 into 4 by 5?
Hello? Huh?
Sir, why we written it 5 into 4 by 5 equals to 4 Newton?
Because 5 to 5 is cancel, na? 5 to 5 cancel.
Sir,
5 into 4 by 5. So 5 is in a denominator, 5 is in a numerator. So you can cancel out.
from where 5 comes?
4?
From where 5 comes?
Because F2 is given to you, na? You don't write that question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I giving F2 equal to 5 Newton.
Yes,
And
sir.
F-
Okay, sir. It is
yeah.
the value of F2.
Yeah, that is 15 Newton.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
F4 is 20 Newton.
Yes, sir.
So in the same manner, what is the F3 sin 53 degree? F3 is what? That is
15 Newton.
15. And sin 53 degree is
4 by
4 by
5.
5. So this become what? 3,
12.
12 Newton. Yeah, exactly. In the same manner, F4 is 20 and sin 30 degree is 1 by 2. Sin 30 degree is 1 by 2. So this is equal to 10 Newton. In the same manner, what is the F3? 15 into
15 Newton.
cos 53 degree is 3 by 5.
3 by 5.
So this become
3 by
9. This is equal to 9 Newton. Exactly?
5 to 3.
Yeah. Yes.
Nine.
Yes. Very good. In the same manner, what is the F4? That is 20 and
20
cos
Newton.
30 degree is root 3 by 2.
Yeah.
This is equal to 10 root 3 Newton.
10 root 3.
Yes. So add the forces which is in same direction. So you can say this F1 is a 10 Newton and F2 cos 37 degree. Both are in same direction. So you add. You have to add. So if you add, you get what? 14 Newton. 14 Newton in this direction. 40 Newton in this direction. In the same manner, these two forces are in same direction. So if the two forces are in same direction, you can add that. So there is 9 Newton and there is a 10 Newton. So the net force become
19 Newton.
19 Newton.
19.
Yes. So this is the 19 Newton force. Okay. So this is a 19 Newton force. Correct. In the same manner, you can see this 12 Newton and 3 Newton acting in upward direction. So net of these two,
15.
net of these two is 15 Newton. Yes. So this is a 15 Newton.
Yes, sir.
In the same manner, this is acting in downward direction, which is 10 root 3. 10 root 3. This is 10 root 3. 10 root 3. Okay. So you can see these two forces are acting in opposite to each other. Opposite to each other. Means one is
Yes,
acting
sir.
in this direction, one is acting in this direction. So you have to subtract. You have to subtract. So subtract. 19 minus 14. What do you get?
5 Newton.
5
5
Newton.
Newton.
So
Five,
this is, yeah, that is acting in this
5
direction.
Newton.
Yes, this is acting in this direction because 19 is more than 14. So this is a 5 Newton.
Yes,
Very
sir.
good. In the same manner, 15 Newton is more or 10 root 3 is more?
15 Newton.
No, no, no. 10 root 3 is
15
what?
Newton.
No, not, no, no, no.
1.732.
1.73. So you can say 17.3, है ना? 17.3, which is
Yes,
more
sir.
than 15 Newton.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's why this will be more, this
Yes,
will be
sir.
less. So resultant of these two,
Yes, sir.
yes,
Downward.
very good, is acting downward. That is your 15 minus 50. So 2.3 Newton.
3.
Yes. Now the angle between these two forces is
90 degree.
90.
90 degree. So what is the net force? That is root over 5 square plus 2.3
2.3
square.
square.
If you solve, you get the net force. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So what is the direction? How you can find the direction? You have to shift one vector parallelly.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And join this tail to head.
Yes, sir. Literally,
get-
what typical question.
Yeah, this is the net force, not a typical. If you follow the step, then it is not a typical. Okay. So if you follow, just follow that
Yes,
step.
sir.
So F net. So what is the angle? This angle is phi. So what is the 10 phi? That is 2.3. 10 phi is the perpendicular divided by base. So perpendicular is 2.3. What is the base? That is 5. So phi is
5.
10 inverse 2.3 by 5. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So today we
Sir,
will,
please move the screen upwards. I have to take the screenshot.
and I'm from upward, from what do you want? From which?
Yes.
From this. I will send you the PDF.
Sir,
Okay.
जो question अभी कराया था.
Yes, I am sending the
Okay, sir,
PDF
okay.
also. But suppose I am just requesting you, don't click the photo or screenshot or PDF. You have to write by pen paper. Then it is beneficial. Okay.
No, sir, I have written it. No, sir, I have written it, but it
Okay.
is very roughly now, so I have to again return it.
Okay. No problem. So
Please send me the
I am just
PDF
sending
after
you.
that.
Yeah, I will send this PDF. Okay. So tomorrow we will see how to subtract the vectors. Today I'm just teach you how to add the vectors. Okay, you can add this more than 2 vectors. Okay, and tomorrow we will learn how to subtract the vector and
Yes,
how
sir.
to multiply the vectors. Means how to find the dot product and cross product. Okay.
Cross product.
Yeah. So tomorrow we will say this thing. Okay. So this is
Okay,
the
sir.
Yes.
okay. Thank you, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Okay.